What's up guys, so Panic joined the team Liquid, and if you remember a few months ago, Hal was talking about how Panic deserved the tier 1 team, and fast forward to few months, he joined the tier 1 team. Next news, this year Apex is getting good amount of LAN event, and one of them is the Esports National Cup. So Tempo was talking about the rules of National Cup, so let's start the video with Tempo and Hal.
So, add to that teams that can't make roster changes. Oh yeah, 100% what a man. The fact that they finally introduced roster changes is going to be insane. One team per country, so they won't be... Actually, so that's the thing. Although... Okay, so that's the weird part. So these here, these are qualifier slots. That is true, but for the qualifier spots is where that's true. Because I saw that, where does it say it? The 20 highest. So, okay, so I think that's... It's a little confusing because they have some of the stuff posted here, but then most of the stuff posted here. 4 groups of 10 competing in a round robin where every group will face each other in a 6-match series. The top 20 teams from the group stage will advance to the finals. So this here, this is 100% confirmed. 100%. We know that this is the format of the event, okay? Now, the finals will consist of 20 teams competing in a match point final, blah, blah, blah. We know what match point finals is, so we're good. All right, so ranking system, and qualifier info. Teams from 40 countries and territories will compete at the Apex Legends event. 20 highest ranked countries/territories based on cumulative ALGS championship points from all eligible players and countries will be guaranteed representation at the ENC. The cutoff date will be July 12th. The cutoff date being July 12th is after EWC is finished. 18 further teams will qualify directly from regional online qualifiers. 2 teams will come from wildcard slots. Which team represents each country and territory for both invited and qualifying participants? For both invited and qualifying. Okay, wait, nope. Any team will be able to only feature a maximum of 2 players from their ALGS Year 6 Split 1 roster, meaning we will see new faces compete at this event. Representation per region through the online qualifiers will be limited by slot allocation. Okay, yeah, this sounds contradictive. Yeah, so no bracket stage. It's just group stage straight to finals. Out of this 20 direct, let's say Hal's team, whoever Hal decides as his team is Team USA. Then theoretically, if America has 6 more strong USA teams, they could also qualify and you'd have 7 US representatives at ENC. Let's say, so imagine if Hal's team qualifies through this direct, which means no USA teams get in through this 6 Americas. Hal's team would, let's say he won split, split 1 playoffs, right? Then, okay, wait, teams from 40 countries. So this line makes it seem like, this line here makes it seem like only 1 team per country, right? Do you guys agree with that? Yeah, so 40 individual countries. So let's just say these are the 20 countries represented. These are the 20 best countries in terms of and just ignore the fact that these countries down here only have 1 player. Let's just say they had 3 players and they were in the 20, right? Yeah, ignore that too. So then if the 20 countries are US to Israel, then US to Israel is guaranteed an invite then. So US to Israel is guaranteed an invite based on cumulative ALGS points, blah, 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 from the relevant will be guaranteed representation. So those 20 countries have at least 18 further teams will qualify directly from 18 further teams, not 18 further countries. 20 countries, 18 teams, any country, 2 teams, name value. Well, the 18 teams would have to be from a specific country. Yeah, it's like a regional qualifier. So let's say for example, like Canada is somewhere here, right? Yeah, so Canada is here, listed at number 10. Let's say Canada is one of the 20 countries that are ranked. But then Canada would also have their own online qualifiers on the 1st and the 2nd to determine which Canadian team represents. 20 highest ranked teams get a guaranteed slot. The next 18 are not guaranteed. Crash out team. Oh yeah. It says invited plus qualifying goes through. Yeah. This part is the confusing part where it says, where does it say invited Yeah, invited plus qualifying will, yeah, right here. This is the confusing part. I think a good reference points in your own time is the FIFA E tournament that was run last year, kind of based on that. I don't think it'll be a mixture of orgs. It has to be. I imagine it's all countries. Again, say U.S., Canada, Mexico get guaranteed slots, so they have their own online qualifiers. For the rest of America's online qualifiers now has under that logic, OI, under that logic, that means, yeah, under that logic, every country every country only gets one slot, even after everything is done. That's 20. That's 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 29 represented. That's 29. That's 29 countries. Oh, Jesus Christ. If they are actually trying to make it 40 separate countries with no overlapping country reps, man, you're gonna have some bum ass teams. Okay, so if they do end up with 40 different countries, I guarantee some of these countries will have players that are like, oh shit, I just reached my best rank of diamond too. So I'm likely to agree with OI here, and it is 40 individual countries, which means the US will only get one invite. So US kind of fucked here, you know, but what OI says makes sense, because it also says South Korea and Japan are getting their own, like, so yeah. Pick 3 out of here, guys. Oh shit, that sucks for the States. But that, I guess in a way, that also means Canada is kind of guaranteed a slot, assuming Blink and Riley do well. Should be pretty straightforward, I guess. Because Canada should be in one of the top 20. Regardless. Well, okay, so that's the thing, right? Legacy just got rid of Niesel, which is insane, because without Niesel on their team, technically Mexico can just go Yanya Jaguares and then have Niesel as their third. So because he's no longer on the team, which is insane. Yeah, each country has their own qualifier. That's what the national team partner is for. So the national team partner is supposed to run the qualifier on their own, and then that's the team that represents 4-4-16. Oh man. Rolled, and then France. One team per country, yeah. Like, these are the regions. Technically, yes. So when Hal's team participates in the US qualifiers for ENC, if Hal doesn't win the online qualifier for the US, another team will rep USA, and Hal just wouldn't be at the event. It could get a little insane here, guys. Imagine Saudi's Apex Legends Star Falcons representative does not win the online qualifier for US, because the US competition is so the US competition is so fucking insane for one spot. That is actually gonna be a fucking shit show. Yeah, Sicarios, that's what I was thinking too. There's still technically the wildcard slot. The best US team in Rocket League didn't make it, and they sent like the 4th best, and then US didn't win the event. Yeah, yeah, I agree. US ENC is pretty much Pro League, like it's pretty much Pro League squished into 2 days. The entirety of Pro League squished into 2 days. Actually, yeah, Australia is also kind of fucked too, because regardless of whether it's Draugr, Don, or Winnie, doesn't Zer0 get picked as an IGL? And then Zer0 just picks his teammates. So the rest of Australia is also fucked too. It's the Zer0 show, and it's the HAL show for US. Oh yeah, I mean, you might as well pick up Jen and bring back Zer0 might as well pick Waltzy and Jen and be like, Rig has reunited, and then Hal will be like, all right, you want to play that game? Hal brings back reps from retirement and brings on Evan as his as the OG TSM.
That's about Panic, Sykes, and Zer0 being together. I think they'll just have the same issue as they had from any other fucking time. I don't know. Like, obviously, I think Panic is better than Funk, but like, the best way I can explain this is that, like, Zer0 couldn't make it work with me and Waltzy. How would I see him making it work with anyone else? Obviously, maybe he'll change. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I just don't see anything that much changing, honestly, in my opinion. But who knows? We'll see. I think the only change that Zer0 could have made is playing crypto, but it's not really like Zer0's gameplay or playstyle to be playing crypto, and he's. I've always thought like if he just played crypto when it was me and Jen playing the game, or like like when Jen was playing crypto but it was supposed to be Zer0 and we just like worked on it, we would have been like fucking disgusting at the game. It's just I don't know, like it's just I guess like an ego thing. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think like the only thing that he could have done differently with our team is just play crypto instead of ulti. But I think Zer0 always wants to be the one like fighting, and that's his entire career is doing that like playstyle, like being the entry fragger. So for him to like step back and like let someone else play, like he just doesn't want to do that. I don't know. That's like the only thing that I would like understand or see. I also feel like he should have gave like Waltzy a lot more freedom, and not be like on his ass 24/7. I feel like I don't know, he didn't really have any room to make any mistakes at all, like ever. Like the one thing was like I think like the biggest thing that was like a huge difference that I've also realized like playing with Waltzy is like when Zer0 was IGLing us, like Zer0 really didn't like Waltzy co-IGLing, but then when it came to LAN, Zer0 was a lot more open to it. But like Waltzy obviously for months would not be co-IGLing, and like so he wouldn't be in this like mode of co-IGLing at LAN when he should have been doing it this entire time in scrims, because when you're a fucking crypto player, you have literally all the information in the world. Like you can make the best call out of all of us because you can see everything, right? There's going to be situations where the crypto guy, which is Waltzy, should make the call, like when to push or when to do something. And there were just times, most of the time in scrims, like Zer0 just didn't want that, but at LAN it was different, so it just caused problems. Zer0's performance has anything to do with like his temper or anything like that. I think it's just more so like the whole fucking thing with like when he was playing with Funk and Sykes, like I feel like I just know him well. To me, if I had to like I guess make an assumption off of my experience with playing it with him, I don't think he really believed in his team.
He's running kill.
And then they kind of like translated to LAN. And if you're an IGL and you have a team that you don't have trust in, especially taking a fight, like you're going to do terrible. Like the game is over, like the tournament is over, you have lost.
Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and if you are new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting video. Hasta la vista, baby.